agenda, and when the book was rewritten, it's 6 inches thick, 18 inches tall, and 1 foot wide. It's in 9-point print, by the way. So it's a very, very complex book dealing with many different parts of our world's belief systems. And the study of Masonry deals with how to manage people and how to manage all the communication skills, government, banking, numerology, worldwide. Doesn't matter what your language is, all world leaders belong to the Masonic order, and they act together. So, now when you write a sentence, the last word in the sentence has authorization, is supposed to be the authorization of that sentence, just like instrument here. It means no structured contract. Well, does this look like a structured contract to you? Or the dangling participle plaintiff, which was the attorney who was represented by the law firm. What it says here is that this attorney is going to bastardize grammar to go into another to fight for a bastardized grammar mortgage. And the two of them together are going to go in front of the word judge, which means J-U, comes from the word no law. The word justice, J-U, means no law. S is speak, T-I is title, and C-E is judge. And judge title speaks no law. So by bastardizing the grammar and avoiding a prepositional phrase in all conditions here, you have no facts here. Yes. The question was, what was the volition of a borrower to borrow money? All right. What they don't teach you is that the person they advertise on TV, you're taught by your parents, and we learn from example, to go out and borrow money to buy a home. If you're fortunate enough to pay cash for it, that's another thing. But maybe only one person in 100 actually pays cash for a home. The rest of the world goes out and they borrow the money. And the home is used as the equity to back up the mortgage itself. But a bank is not allowed to lend money from its investors or its depositors. So the bank has to take your mortgage, and when they present you with a mortgage, I'll use this one here. This document here is your Fannie Mae, Freddie Mae mortgage. Now, even though you can't see the ABC alphabet from where you sit, you can see color. Anything that's pink is an adverb, and anything that's green on this paper is a verb. All the words that are not colored are adjective pronouns. So if you're going to modify something, your white is going to be modified and your pink is going to be modified. The green section is going to be your facts used as verbs. You can look at this up close after the fact. And you can see how many times that this document written by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac has been modified to create a false document. These are just adverb verbs. And finally, we just identified the adverbs by just putting the pink on the paper. There's 100 adverbs out of 300 words. Again, 100 adverbs out of 300 words. And then when you get back to your signature, your autograph page in this document, the autograph page only has room for you to sign, not the bank. So it's a unilateral contract. So you go ahead and you sign this false document. And then the bank takes this false document to a treasury window where the person standing at the treasury window hands over to the bank $500,000 so you can buy your house. And they say, well, we got a mortgage here. And the person who is going to hand that bank that mortgage money is a second grade reading level or a fiction level like this, reading level, and doesn't understand what correct parsé syntax grammar looks like. So they cut a check and give it to the bank. And the bank goes back, and the ABC bank goes ahead and they make a deposit into the ABC account, with the $500,000, and now under the laws of fraction banking, because they now have a $500,000 deposit, create $5 million. Then they take that $5 million on day 2, and they write a check for $500,000, and they run it back over under Title 15, Section 1635A of the 3-day rescission law, and they give the money back to the Treasury saying, we canceled the mortgage, we canceled the loan, we're not going to borrow this money from this person's security account, Social Security account. Then they turn around and they go back and they write a note. NO means no and TE means contract, that's par se. So now we have a no contract note where the entire document has boxes. All the numbers are placed in independent boxes. All the written words are placed into another set of boxes. A box is an enclosed area under the rules of styles of all the world's style manuals for advertising. And because the words and the numbers are kept separate by these independent boxes, and the entire document is boxed, and there's only room for one signature. A signature starts with SI, like the word sign is SI, like the word simulation is SI. When you have an autograph, which is the way I punctuate my name here, David-Wynn, Miller, that's called an autograph. That means authentic, author, authorization. And that makes me a fact. But when you simulate, which is cursive writing, the root word of cursive is to do evil on others. And when you're doing evil on others by cursive and you angle your words, that's italicizing, which removes it from the paper. And if you're going to italicize what you've just written, you voided your contract. Now I have a document here. Now here's a signature. You can't see it from back there, but it's scribbled. There's no way you can make out what this name is. You got to scribble over here. Any 2-year-old can scribble as equally as well. And by scribbling, these people are not taking jurisdiction for the words that they're placing on the paper. It is mandatory when we write a lawsuit that we go ahead and we place a flag on the lawsuit, because this is a vessel in a sea of space. All vessels under maritime law must have a flag. The flag must also, the vessel must also be accompanied by a stamp. Now, by placing the postage stamp on this document, it's a federal stamp. It pays the freight to move this document between point A and point B. When I sign my name across, autograph my name across this stamp, and my clients autographed their name across this stamp, it makes you the postmaster authorized to transport this vessel from your home to the bank, or from your home to the post office to be sent out. Yes?
What's the definition of a stamp?
A stamp is a certification from the post office. There's only one postal service on planet Earth, by the way. It's called the Universal Postal Union. The Universal Postal Union is responsible for all vessels on planet Earth. In other words, all 9 billion people. They're responsible for all money on planet Earth and how it is exchanged between 2 countries or between the citizens within those countries. It's a one world order established on the 22nd of October, 1871. That's our modern day. In the past, in Rome, you know, even with Jesus, you had, when a tax man came up to him, he says, give unto Caesar what is Caesar, give unto God what is God's. What face is on Caesar's coin? So if you're going to use Caesar's coin for the value, and his military is going to protect the value of that coin for what it is, then pay Caesar his taxes to guarantee the value of it. If you go out to a tropical island in the South Pacific, they use coral beads. Some places they use different types of stone. They had to have different types of exchange that were set up by their kings within their community, because they were closed community. They had to measure value so that there was fairness between how much work an individual did and for trade within the community. People figure it out, believe it or not. When you get them together, they will figure out some form of an exchange system. The stamp is the exchange system to move freight between point A and point B, and like this is a vessel in the sea of space, it has to be transported. Now, to make this a valid document, you have to sign, autograph the back of it.